All right, welcome back to the live stream on the official MLB 9 Innings YouTube channel. I'm your host JayFish, and we are back today with the White Sox deck, and we got playoff baseball going right now. And you guys can obviously see the little score bug we got at the bottom of the screen. Mariners are up 6-3 on the Toronto Blue Jays right now, and they are up 1-0 in the series. They took game one on, what was that, yesterday? Yeah, so the series started yesterday. They're up 1-0, and they are looking like they're possibly going to go up 2-0 right here. It was 3-3, and I believe Polanco just hit a 3-run shot before the stream started. I got it live on my monitor, so I'm watching that with us, but you guys will have live score updates of that going on. Also, we got Dodgers, Brewers, NLCS starting tonight. We got a little poll up. Who do you guys think is going to win game one tonight? Go ahead and vote on that if you guys haven't already. And so in this stream today, we last streamed 2 weeks ago on this deck, and we got a lot of new bullpen players, and that's exactly what we were looking for. We're going to be doing some upgrades of those guys. We're going to be GIing them and doing the GI reset tickets and amps. We're going to black diamond some of them as well. And then also, we got a lot going on in the game. We got the 9th anniversary donation events. We got the special gift. We're going to show all that off. The game is literally 9 years old here in October. Crazy to think. I started this 4 years ago. During the 6th anniversary. We're almost to a decade of this game being around. Crazy to think about, but we got all that going on. Also, we got new historic players in. It's different than how it worked in the past. We're gonna be talking about that. I know we're a little bit late to it because of how the streams fell, doing them every other week, but we're gonna talk about that. And then we're gonna be opening up some historic boxes. They work a little bit differently. We'll show you guys that. And then if we get a Supreme pack from it, we'll open that. And we also, with having Supreme combos and stuff, I think we're gonna do some of those along with it tonight because we have lots of Supremes, depending on how we want to donate and stuff. So we got a lot to do in this one. We got a lot to cover. Hope you guys are ready, and I'm excited for this one. Also, coupon code tonight, premium vintage pack sent out to everybody with the link that'll be at the end of the stream, and then also a coupon tonight as a bonus. If we hit 150 likes, will be 2 league ball recharge tickets. So if you guys have not liked already, would highly appreciate that. Goal is 150. How fast can we get there to get that coupon for everyone else to get it as well? And also, if you guys have not subscribed, would highly appreciate that also. All right, let's see who's in here, and then we're getting this thing going because we got a lot to do in this one. Exciting stuff here in October. Playoff baseball. We got the anniversary stuff going on. I know we always look forward to this stuff. There's a lot going on in the game, and I'm excited to cover all of it tonight. Sunday Golfer 79, what is up? Chilling from work, the Legend box. It works a lot differently than how it did before, and we're going to cover that. It's a lot like, if you guys play Rivals, it's a lot like how the Hall of Fame players work on that. It's actually the exact same way, except they're just Supremes, and they're called Historics in this one. So, yeah, it changed how Rivals works. I don't know how I feel about it. So we'll talk about that. Dennis, glad you can make it. You got a donation required, Legend Pack, and Historic Box, and Team Sig, hoping for Red Sox. Hey, cross my fingers for you. I hope that you get some good luck from that. Kate Moo, what is up? Glad you can make it. Laylo, what is up? Good to see you here as well. Anthony, good to see you. Daddy, Dodger Blue 382, good to see you in here. Steve, what is up? Yeah, I liked how it worked before when you had a chance of just getting a normal vintage player. I guess if you need upgrades, I guess it could go either way of whether people like it now or not. You were guaranteed players every time in terms of the packs before, but not a Supreme. Now, if you get a box, you have to get a Supreme, which guarantees a Supreme card, a Supreme pack, or you get the other items as upgrades. So, yeah. I get where it could go either way of whether you like that more or less. So I'm totally there with you and understand that. Enrique, what is up? Glad you can make it. Who else is in here? We got Carlitos. Glad you can make it. Good to see you. Kyle, what is up? Fenway Nation 50. Kyle, good to see you. Donut was trash. In terms of what you got from it, it's always hit or miss, and I feel like a lot of time it's missed. But MW9X 25, good to see you. Derek, what's up? Glad you can make it back. Michael Young, good to see you. Martin, pulled a vintage Sig. Pee Wee on your Dodgers, pulled 3 Team Sigs on your Yankees. All sheesh, 3 for 3. Hey, that's a good day right there. Michael Day to know what is up. K-Cow, glad you can make it. So historic boxes, essentially, you still have a 10% chance of getting Supreme from them like you did in the packs before. That didn't change. You still have a 5% chance, I believe, to get a Sig version as well of those cards, just like before. Instead of getting normal vintage cards, though, like you could, which was 85%, there's a bunch of different items in terms of upgrades you can get, and we're going to cover all that as well. But yes, the chances are the exact same as they were before in terms of getting a Supreme and a Sig. I'm pretty sure from what I was looking at, but we're gonna cover that. Abella, what is up? B Hobby 55, glad you can make it. Let's go. Hello, Real News, good to see you. Larry Justice, what's up, my man? I'm doing good. How about you? How about you? Any crazy pulls in terms of skills or cards on your deck? You're sending me over some stuff, making me really jealous. I really need my Kershaw to be on my Dodgers deck, and that's been a process, man. Lewis, what is up? Glad you can make it. The boys of summer, good to see you here as well. Dante, could have had a better last few weeks. Rolled a Baker 300 game in college, nice. And pull, let's go, baby. Those are some nice Supremes right there. Hey, Dante, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. That's some good news. What is up, Marcus? Good to see you here as well. Thought of you this week. Got a Griffey Cincinnati Sig. And an Otani Sig. I'm happy for you, but man, that one hurts. I'm glad you thought of me though, because you know that hurts. Comey, what's up? Glad you can make it. We got Carlos in here. You got Garrick Supreme last week. Kiners, Legend Supreme. That would be beautiful. Some high power guys right there as well. Sunday Golfer, can't get a Supreme for your life. Yeah. Toby, what is up? Glad you can make it. No worries. Welcome back. Elio De La Cruz, good to see you. We'll be doing rivals next week, by the way. Jeffrey Iverson, Seattle, yes. Who are you guys rooting for in the Seattle Blue Jays series as well? It's looking like the Mariners are going to win. They're up 7-3 now. But hey, we still got a couple of innings left. We still got the bottom of the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th for the Blue Jays to do something here. PR King, what is up? Glad you can make it. Who else? We got, I don't know what to name myself. Glad you can make it. Good to see you, Pencil. What's up? Better to get some material than, yes. So that's where I'm saying if you need the vintage cards in terms of like upgrading players, especially the Supremes, if you get one, I get that. But for some other teams, the upgrade materials would be more useful. So that's why I'm kind of like, it just depends on what you value more and where your team's at if you're purchasing those. So that's exactly what I was trying to get at. You pretty much put that perfectly into words in the chat. Ralph, what is up? Pulled Ortiz, Lauer, and Phillips in your team select Sig packs. Let's go, baby. Good stuff. But you duped Bummer on the White Sox team. Hey, you know what? That's still some nice pulls there on the Red Sox team. Or is that? Do you have a Red Sox team and a White Sox team, Ralph? Or am I wrong? Reading that, I'm assuming that you. All right, 5,000 points for historic pack, and all you got to do. I think that's a little overpriced, but then again, with how much you have to pay to get a box, I see why it's 5,000 points. Because it's about $50. So, yeah, it can either be gold in terms of the 10% of getting a Supreme, or it can just be 3 premium school change tickets. So, yeah, it's very hit or miss. 84, my savior, glad you can make it. Carlitos, Diamond 24, Diamond Class A, nice. Ramon, only understand Spanish, but always like and share. I appreciate you, Ramon. Gracias, Ramon. I apologize, I don't really speak much Spanish well, but I don't know if the streams get dubbed to Spanish once they get processed. But I'm not sure if this YouTube channel, if that's how it works on YouTube for the streams. SML Pool, glad you can make it. Dupa Sig and the useless legend on main, but Sig Garrett on all. Hey, that's a nice Sig right there with Garrett, obviously. Connor Larson, Malter Supreme, nice. DSPG, glad you can make it. Gaylord Perry, Silver Sig, okay. TSM, glad you can make it. 2 greens, not a single Supreme from 9 boxes. Hey, you guys remember when we opened 43 historic packs in a row and didn't get a Supreme during the second set? Yeah, that's rough. Thanksgiving Day in Canada. Kick out, what's up, by the way? I think I said hello. David, glad you can make it. Good to see you guys in here. Lewis, T-Turpy, good to see you. Jeremy, what's up? Marcus, glad you can make it. Run of Tigers, A's, White Sox, and Red Sox team. In terms of luck, Red Sox had to be the best. Yeah. Well, after what you just told me, Red Sox definitely seems like it has some really good luck going right now. How are we feeling about the Tigers and Mariners game, though? What was that? Friday night? Longest ever extra innings game in terms of being a winner-take-all in the postseason. 15 innings the other night. Absolute fire game right there. I believe the longest extra innings game in a winner-take-all postseason series was 13 before that. And that passed it right there. That was awesome stuff. Got a Legend Sutton. Let's go, baby. That's a beautiful. Just call you Perp. I'll call you Perp. I'll try and remember that. DSPG. I'll try and remember to call you Perp. All right, you guys can keep on coming in, and I'll be shouting you guys out. We got to get this thing going. Good to see you in here. Y'all, I appreciate you guys watching and hanging with us today. And like I said, 150 likes gives out the bonus coupon code. If you guys haven't liked, we'd highly appreciate that. Who else is in here? I missed someone. Chris Rivas, appreciate you making in here. Diamond Rio at LA Deck. but it barely makes the lineup. Yeah, Dodgers have some really good cards that if you get them, it's hard for some to crack it, especially when it comes to Ryu. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing going. So we got a lot of events going on. The first thing we're gonna cover though, I don't know if this, I'm pretty sure in the past, the 9th anniversary or the anniversary special gift box, I thought it used to be one of the first things that popped up in terms of like the new things going on in the game, like how it shows those little things. I thought it used to pop it up right away and show you the 9th anniversary special gift box for you to select stuff. But when I loaded on my alt, or my, I guess my Reds team that I personally run this morning, I didn't see that pop up. But when I went and actually read through the notice again, I saw that, hey, you have to go here. So I don't know if this is different than in the past, but if it didn't pop up for you like it used to, I think in the past, if you go to best items, and if you click on special, and then you'll see 9th anniversary special gift right here above my face cam. That's where this page is. I thought that in the past, once you click through and you first loaded in the game when this first came up, that it would take you here in the past. I don't believe that happened for me when I logged in on my Reds deck or the White Sox deck today. You have to go search for it now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the past it used to pop up when it would first come into the game every year, but I could be wrong. But we got the 9th anniversary special gift. It works the same way as it has in the past. You got your 4 items you can choose. They're each different options on each one. So first one, you can choose an all-player signature pack, special one, Diamond Wish player pack, or the Team Select Prime Pack Diamond. We're gonna go with this all-player special signature pack because everything else isn't that useful for us, let's just be honest. So we're gonna take that. On this one, you got a Diamond Trainer position change. You got the Ultimate Skill Trainer and Ultimate Trainer. It really depends on what you need. If you need to change a position on a normal trainer, you can go with that. If you need more skills, go with that, or you can do the Ultimate Trainer. Because we have so many diamond trainers and we could change, but I probably value that more with how much we have in the inventory instead of needing more of these. I would probably rather to get the position one. It just depends on your team needs on that one. So we're gonna go with the position option change because we have some diamond trainers we could probably change to suit guys better that aren't as useful right now. So we're gonna just go with that. Next one, you can either choose a normal grade up, a prime grade up, or upgrade tickets. Neither of these are really useful for our squad, so we're just gonna go with the upgrade ticket. And then last but not least, we got a green, blue, or 3 premiums. I'm probably gonna actually take the premiums, and the only reason is because we have so many blues and I'm trying to get back up to as many premiums as possible for another upgrade session. So we don't really need the blues, and we normally purchase those as we get low anyways. So we're gonna just take the premiums because we run through those quicker than the blues. We have lots of blues in the inventory on this account. So that's what I'm gonna select. But really, it allows you to choose whatever your team needs more. That's what we're gonna go with on this squad. There's no right or wrong answer though. But I would definitely say if you can get a signature, go for the signature. I mean, yes, you can get a Team Select Prime Diamond and stuff like that if you want, but I'd say for most accounts, I would say go for the Sig Pack. That's the one I'll for sure recommend. And then just click free, and then if you go to your inbox, you should see all those items right there that you chose, collect all, and they're now in your inventory, as you can see right there. So that's going on. Nothing's changed really from last year besides the items that you can get from it. So you're invited to the carne asada. You got my last name right. Hey, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just hoping I got it right and that nothing was gonna be said. I'm glad I got it right. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ramon, I'm curious. Does the game? That's everything. You can choose legendary players. So I don't have access to everything. They obviously purchase stuff for the streams, but in terms of like access to any card I want, we don't have that on this one. This is still like a normal count, but obviously it's run between both Come To Us. If that's what your question's asking, Ramon. I'm not sure, but Marcus, what is up? Can never have enough Blues Jays? Are you saying my name, or are you talking about the Blue Jays playing right now? Or is that a little pun with the words you use right there? Texas Softball, what's up, by the way? Glad you can make it. I know people that had been playing for 5-6+ years and had never pulled a legend with all the premium vintages and stuff. Yes, it can be hit or miss for sure. All right, let's see what's next. We have to cover the donation event, another big event going on. We'll get right into this. Everyone was asking me about this. it's here, okay? And it's pretty much the exact same. You can donate your primes, sigs, or legends and supremes. You get points depending on what you donate. If you donate a prime, you're gonna get 100 to 300, I think, depending on whether it's a silver, gold, or diamond. Then if you do Sigs, it's anywhere from, I think, 500 to 1,000. And then when you have legends, they're much more because they're much harder to get. And essentially, this is a good way of getting rid of the duplicate players in your back, or players that you're not using that are primes all the way up to supremes. And you get points back. And then with those points, you can purchase items to help hopefully get more useful stuff, or maybe it's not useful, but you can get team selective diamond pitch / batter packs. You can get a diamond trainer. You can get one of the new all historic boxes, so it gives you a 10% chance of getting a supreme from that. And then you can also get ultimate vintage packs, special signature packs, up to 2 of those. You can get a TSS, and then you can also get a legend pack for 10,000 points, the most expensive item. This is exactly how it's worked in the past. I think some of the items are different than in the past. Obviously, I know for sure the historic boxes, because they used to be historic packs. But that's what you can do with that. You can also see what you have donated. And then if you go over to the player draw, this begins at the end of the month, October 28th. So essentially, every player that gets donated, then all the other teams get a chance at getting those players. So you donate, everyone donates, there's a big player pool, and the player draw, once this opens up, everyone gets to draw one player, and you could get anything from, I think, I don't remember if the primes are involved, but I know that I've gotten Sigs from this before, all the way up to legends or supremes. It's really completely random on what your team gets. I've seen people get awesome supreme cards, legend cards and stuff, and then I've seen people get completely useless Sigs and stuff like that, but it's pretty much just drawing the cards that got donated from everyone else. So it's kind of a way of trading cards in a sense, but it's completely random. So I don't believe this event really has changed much at all. I guess, do we really need to show you guys how to do this? We're not going to be donating the Supremes, I believe, in this one, because I believe we're going to be doing Supreme combos tonight to show that off. But the legend cards that really aren't useless, we could get rid of. I don't believe we're going to do all this on stream tonight. I guess I'll just end up showing you a couple of... I believe there's a limit of 40 or 50 primes as well. So we have a lot in the reserves in terms of primes and Sigs and stuff, so... anything that's not useful for the White Sox, which I don't think Hendricks or Durham is useful for me because we have their Sigs. Anderson, I don't think is useful. Obviously, these cards aren't useful. I don't think Quinton's useful either. You know what? We're just going to hold off on any Chicagos for right now. I can always go back and do those. I just need to go through and look at those cards and which ones might actually make the bench or not. Let's see. Everyone else can pretty much go. Any Chicago White Sox ones I'm going to not do. But yeah, depending on the grade, it changes the amount of points. So if they're a silver, you get 100. If they're a diamond, you get 300 for primes. I hope I don't select anything I don't want to select, but let's see. All right, so getting the signatures, we don't want to do any Chicago White Sox. We can get rid of all these. We've been saving the Sigs. What's up? Let's see. I think it's up to 50. Yeah. Yeah, so it used to be 40, I think. It used to be 40, yeah, and now it's 50. So historic box is actually almost the same as a historic pack in terms of chance of getting a Supreme and a Sig. You just don't get the vintage normal players anymore. You just get other items if you don't pull the Supreme or stuff like that. That's the only way it's changed, which I guess you could have liked it the way it used to work. And instead of it being 5 new players, now we have a lot more, which we're going to cover that. So yes, gold Sigs do add up. So when it comes to a silver, they're 300, gold is 500, and then a diamond is 1,000. So we're just going to use all the Sigs as well. That's why we didn't actually do Sig combos in the last pack opening in the last stream, because we knew this event was coming up because it had also been teased and talked about. So let's see. Or in hopes of it, I should say. Man, we have a lot of Sigs. I did not realize that. I'm glad we saved them. Okay, getting into legends. We're at, what, 18,000 points right here. I don't believe I did any White Sox. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. So you know what? Let's see. What legends do we want to donate? I guess we'll just do this here. Ty Cobb, we have Ozzie Smith, which I don't think will ever play shortstop. Let's exchange who we got first. Hold on. So we did what? 30 signatures. We had more signatures than primes. Wow. So 18,000 points. So we traded that stuff in. Let's see our team real quick. We have shortstop covered, so we really don't need Ozzie. We really just need to keep one legend batter for the backup, so we could really donate the rest and then do all Supremes. So yeah, we're not going to do all that on stream. I just want to show you guys how that works. I'll go back through and figure out what legends we'll keep / donate, and then we'll do the Supreme combos tonight, and then I'll get other boxes. But yeah, let's do that. Let's get another historic box for tonight since we're opening those up. And then let's do... You know what? We have 13,000 points. You guys want to open a legend pack tonight as well, since we're doing vintage packs, ultimate vintage packs, and the new historic boxes, and we already have a chance at getting some Supremes. Why don't we just get a legend player pack and try and get Griffey from this tonight? We can either get Griffey's Supreme, or we can get his legend pack. So since we have 13,000 points left, I'll go back and donate more legends after this stream and get more points and probably get the rest of the stuff in here, including the TSS. Let's get that legend pack tonight. Let's open that. Might as well make it a full vintage. That's perfect. That's beautiful. I can go back. We got the two most important things for this stream. I feel Griffey for us. We'll see. We'll see. So what we're opening tonight, by the way, we're going to be opening up, let's see, 3 ultimate vintage packs, which technically have a little bit higher chance of getting the legend. 38 premium vintage packs. We got the legend pack now, and then we got the new, where are they at? I think right here. 11 all historic box. So we had 10. We got the one from the donation event. We'll open up 11 of those. So we have 11 chances at getting Supreme packs, Sigs, or the other upgrades. So that's it for that event. Any questions, let me know. But Illusionary, what's up, by the way? Bryce, glad you can make it. Lewis, good to see you. Did I miss anyone else? Marcus, I think I said hello. Is there anyone else I missed? If I miss you guys, say what's up. Seti, glad you can make it. Machado 18, Edgar Martinez legend, Supreme Billy Wagner. Goodness gracious, from your donation event. All right, that was a big dub for you, my man. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, I think I'm all caught up. If you haven't said hello, say what is up. Double Ray Post, what is up, by the way? All right, also postseason hit events going on. I believe, I don't remember if I covered this in the last stream or not. Essentially, it's just like the other hit events. Do your batting chances. You can get up to 5 bonus ones during the month of October while the suspend is up by completing all the daily missions. And then you can get all up to the signature pack by getting your 25 hits or more in this. So that's going on as well. Last thing I think I need to cover is the new... No, we have more events. Goodness gracious. We have like, I think 6 events going on right now. Postseason event, play your 30 games a day, league mode games a day to get your points. Go to the shop and you can use them up here, which I guess we can go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and get 2 premium vintage extra packs because we're opening up those tonight. We'll get our blue and green. Might as well. And we'll take our Sig pack. And then we'll get premiums on the road. Essentially, play your 30 league mode games, get your points up to 300 a day, and you can buy the stuff in the shop. We've had that before. We've had it multiple times this season. What else is going on? We got the special bingo ball event going on. Essentially, it's a bingo board. Get all the spaces filled, get it cleared, get all your items, and then when you complete rounds 1 through 5, you get all these items right here up to a blue skill change ticket. We've had this before. Any questions, let me know. Special dice event. Essentially, you get 10 rolls a day. You get 1 free one by playing other game modes. You can get up to 10. You just do your rolls. It'll roll you a spot on the board. Wherever it lands, you get that item. And then the more laps you complete by going around this board, by getting start, kind of like Monopoly, the more items, accumulated items you get from a league ball recharge ticket at 2 all the way up to a Sig pack at 20. Just like we've had in the past. So that event's been going on. And it started after last stream, so I have not covered that yet. And then last but not least, we can finally be done with events, is the new historic event going on. So instead of the way historic packs used to work and Supremes used to work, we would get a set of 5 players each time. And that happened 7 times. The first one was that back in 22 or 23? I don't remember. But we had the first one, and that had reset 7 times. It would last 6 months, and then after that 6 months, you couldn't get that player anymore, and it would give 5 new ones that you could get. We did that 7 times. This is completely different now. Now they're calling it the first historic player call-up event, and you got your first set of players. And we'll cover all that in the update notice in a second. But essentially, the event works the same way in the past. It's not that different. You can still get your diamond card of them and unlock the different stages and stuff by playing different game modes and stuff, getting your tokens up to 50 a day, your total tokens earned, and then your accumulated tokens. None of that stuff's really changed. It's just the historic stuff has changed. So if you scroll down, you saw the exchange shop that you can exchange for stuff. This resets, I believe, each month, first day. And then your accumulated rewards, this lasts a whole month. So if you get to 1,000 points accumulated, you get everything from the premium score change ticket to the blue change ticket. This is pretty much the same thing. It's just a little bit different with how the historic players work, which we're going to cover here, what got added and how it works in just a second. All right, lots of talking, guys. Joshua, what's up, by the way? Aces, welcome in. Good to see you, my man. Finally, if you're on a Monday night, appreciate you being here, my man. Hope you have some fun and we get some good pools tonight. Mike, glad you can make it. Michael Young, what is up? Good to see you. Sig Batter, didn't expect to have more. Hey, you know what? When it rains, it pours, right? When it rains, it pours. Let's see. All right, so we're not really going to cover much more on that event because we're already halfway in and we still got to do some upgrades and cover this update. Last thing real quick is we have some open spots in the club. We had some inactives and it's going to change a little bit. It used to not matter what your overall was. We would just accept first come, first serve. We have 8 spots open, but because of where this club is at and where we're at in the game nowadays, and because of how many inactives we got, especially on lower overall accounts, we are now setting a minimum threshold of 100 overall or more to join the club. Yes, there are a couple people in here that are below 100. That's because they were in before we implemented this rule. I'm not gonna lie, these 2 teams right here, they haven't logged in for 2 weeks and over 3 weeks. Once we add some more people in, we're gonna be removing them and there's gonna be a few more spots open. But from here on out, we're going 100 overall or more. If you guys need a club and you're 100 overall or more, only requirement is to stay active. You guys are more than welcome to join. It'll be first come, first serve, but 100 overall minimum now. So just letting you guys know, there are some spots open in the club. We're doing some revamps. We're changing it up, trying to make ourselves a little bit more competitive in a sense. So just putting that out there, guys. We can fill up this club if you need some spots. All right, and then last thing to cover is the custom games. So the tournament games are in here. We covered that, I think, a little bit in the update notice. Essentially, you can run your own tournament either versus another club or within the club. Sadly, it doesn't work the way that we were hoping it was. It's limited to your own club. So if you want to do a tournament with other teams, they have to be in your club. You can't just do any team out there. So in terms of doing streams on tournaments on streams and doing something like that, we would only be able to do that with the people that are in our club, which we could possibly do, but it's not going to be fair to everyone watching and stuff how we were planning on doing it. So that's the only thing that stinks. But the tournament games, special custom games, you can do it as much as you want, are now in the game. Just a little bit. I just wish it wouldn't be limited to your club only. I wish you could just invite teams outside of clubs, anyone you wanted. And that's what we would have done on stream. That's what we were hoping to do. So it kind of threw a wrench in our plans, but oh well. Oh my goodness, who just homered right here? Seattle took a 9-3 lead. Looks like a 2-run shot from Naylor. Seattle's looking like they're pulling away. Go up 2-0. How are we feeling, Mariners fans? Blue Jays fans, how are we feeling right now? Obviously, kind of a lopsided game right here. All right, let's see what's else. Is there anything else we need to cover before the update new historic players before we get into the boxes and stuff? I think we're all caught up. So last but not least, all we're gonna really cover right here is the new players that got added. Which notice is it? There we go. So historic players. On October 1st, we got new historic players added in. And instead of getting 5 new players like we used to in the past, that would go away after 6 months, we got 75 total players added. So these are 75 players that have Sig cards and Supreme cards. And so here is the list of the players. I'm not going to be covering all of them. You guys can check out this notice or go into the collection and look at them. But there are 75 new players. Here are 10 that are highlighted. We got Nolan Ryan, Tom Seaver, John, Christie, Rich, Johnny, Lou, Rogers, Barry, and Ken Griffey Jr. So Ken Griffey Jr., we have 2 chances out of night. We can either pull his legend card or we can pull his Supreme if I get a Supreme pack from the Historics. I'm hoping this can finally be the night. It would make sense since that just happened. So most of these guys, I'm pretty actually sure every guy except maybe a couple were already in the game as either Sigs or Legends. But now they're getting Supreme cards as well, which I know it's kind of split. Some people are kind of upset that Supreme cards can now also have Legend cards and stuff as well, where that wasn't the case before, and it made it not as exclusive. But I know some people are happy that it makes these guys easier to get now that you can get them as Sig, Legend, or Supreme. I'm not going to complain because it gives me an easier chance to get Ken Griffey Jr. So, but essentially that's how it works. And so these players, there's not a 6-month limit either. You guys can get these as long as they're licensed and in the game. There's no set amount of time you guys can get them. You can pull them for however long. If they, for some reason, lost rights, they'd be taken out. That happens from time to time, but there's no set 6 months and they're gone like it used to be. The only thing that's different is I believe they'll add more down the road if they get licensing and stuff. But out of the 75 players, you have different boxes. You have all historic boxes and you have first historic boxes. How it works, every month or two, they're gonna highlight 5 of these 75 Supreme players. And you can either open up boxes that only give you chances at those 5 guys. So if there's a guy that you're really wanting, like if Ken Griffey Jr. is in a special historic box, like let's say in the 2nd or the 3rd or whatever, and you have a 1 in 5 chance to get him, I'll be opening those if I don't have them. But if there's not a guy you want in those first or those exclusive historic boxes, and you want to open up the all historic boxes and take from the whole 75 that are available, you can do that. And we'll show that here in a second. And I don't actually know if I can in the best items because we purchased the packages, but essentially it's split up now. They highlight certain players for one box, gives you a better chance. And then you have other types of packs you can open up that give you a chance at all 75. So got the Kid Legend today in your Legend card pack. Nice, nice. Preacher Man, what is up? Why did Max get back in? I have no clue. When it comes to all that, it's all due to licensing and rights and stuff. And that's something I don't deal with. Enrique, what is up? Historic players are difficult to acquire. They've always been, and it didn't change right here. And then also the biggest thing that is so cool to see that they added is now you can do Supreme player combinations. So the only thing that was ever good for a dupe Supreme in the past was a donation event. Well, now that's not the case anymore. Instead of using them for donation event, there is now a Supreme player combination that got added. So you have your normal combos, your vintage combos, your Sig combos. The only thing I think we don't have still is a Legend combo where you could use 3 Legend players and get a Legend card guaranteed. But now they added the Supreme player, which I guess they don't do that because you can get the Legend from the vintages, and they want them to be, I guess, more exclusive. But essentially, if you have extra Supreme cards that aren't being used, instead of just saving them for the donation event, you can now do a Supreme combo with 3 of them for 3,000 stars now. And it gives you a random Supreme player from the new cards that got added. So if it's a Supreme player from the past that are not in the game anymore, from the 1st to the 7th, you can't get. But you can now get Supreme players from the new 75 that just got added. Which we will be doing Supreme combos tonight, Dennis. So that's pretty much all we have to cover on that. We're not going to go through all the players today. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope I explained it well enough. But given that we're already halfway through the stream, we got to move on right now. It's time to do some upgrades and then get into the packs. And actually, what we're going to do first, before we upgrade some players, do the GIs and everything, we're going to be opening up the historic boxes. So we're going to open up 11 historic boxes here first before we do anything else. And we're going to see if we can get a Supreme pack from this, maybe multiple. And then we'll know what we're working with when we get into the pack opening. We're already guaranteed a Legend, so we already have a chance at Griffey there. Can we get another chance right here? And we're going to be for sure getting Supreme players because we're going to do some Supreme combos from the ones that are in the backup for us. So we're guaranteed some Supremes today. But can we get some more here from the packs? Let's find out. And so we did the all historic ones instead of the first historic boxes. So the first historic boxes, I don't remember who the 5 players are in the first historic boxes. I want to say Vlad is one. Can you guys help me out? Who are all the first historic player boxes? Who are the 5 players that are in that? Because I can't remember for sure. I think Vlad is one. I think Nolan Ryan might be one. There's 3 others, but they kind of highlight 5 players. Those are the only ones you can get. Or you can do the all historic boxes. Because Griffey is not in the first historic boxes, he's not one of the highlighted 5 players. You can only get them from the all historic boxes, so that's why we went with the all historic boxes in this one instead. But if they highlight Griffey in the future, we don't have them, we'll purchase those. With that being that, We're wasting time, 3P. I'm sorry, but because this is the 9 Innings official channel, we have to cover what's going on in the game. But it's time to move on, okay? We're getting the good stuff now. And here are our rates right here. So you have a 10% chance of getting a Supreme pack, which guarantees the Supreme. Same chances of the historic packs we used to get in the past. There was a 10% chance to get a Supreme player from them. Same thing with the signature pack. It used to be a 5% chance of getting a Sig player. And then now you have chances at upgrade items instead of vintage normal players. So got to get a team. White Sox Supreme. Hey, we'll see. Which technically, I believe we only have one. Yeah, Frank Thomas. So we have Frank Thomas's vintage already, which is a 74 base. Definitely our DH guy for sure. Already got that card, but if we get a Supreme, we could use that as well. They're very similar cards. I think the only difference is it's a 60 fielding versus 59. I think everything else is the same, which I guess puts his base up to 75 instead of a 74, that 1 point. But yeah, if we get Frank Thomas, that'd be sick. That would be sick. Just then we would have to figure out what do we want to do with the Zig and stuff. So, all right, let's open all. You know what? I have actually not opened this before. Because we have 11, we're going to use one real quick just to see how this works. So let's, I guess, get the ka-ching out. All right, so it just pops up like that. We'll just do the use all, and we'll just spam ka-ching 10 times. So first, I guess we consider that was the donation one because we have 11 and we got one extra. So first one gives us 3 premium skill change tickets. Obviously, not what we wanted, but I don't mind that because it gives us more for upgrade sessions. So, okay. Now we got 10. We're just gonna use all and see what we get from it. All right, y'all. We got one all Supreme player pack. We had a 1 in 10 chance from those 10, and we got 10%, our 1 chance on the dot. And then we got 21 more premium skill change tickets. So that means 7 of the 10 boxes gave us premium skill change tickets. And then one of us gave us 2 blue change tickets, and then one gave 3 green change tickets. We got 1 Supreme, which I guess technically we opened 11. But given that we opened up 11, there was 10% chance. We were pretty much on pace with that. So hashtag rigging the chat. I mean, it happens, man. It happens. Which I'm going to do the donation event on my Reds deck and get a historic box from that donation event. I highly doubt I get a Supreme player pack from that one, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so I guess let me do my ka-ching. We need to do what, 10? There's 2. We're gonna have to figure out how to do these in the future because maybe we still just keep opening one at a time. I think that's 7. All right, I believe that's 10 ka-chings right there. All right, so we're guaranteed an all Supreme player pack from that. We got the Supreme combos and stuff as well, and then we got lots of premium skill change tickets, which I'm actually not gonna complain about that. That just boosted us a ton right there. That's beautiful. Maybe we can get some more sets on our guys, which has been a struggle. All right, so now let's go ahead and do some GIs real quick. Upgrade some guys that we got from the last stream, and then we're gonna go ahead and get in the pack opening. 1 mega ka-ching. So the thing is when I spam ka-chings, it kind of glitches out and it doesn't make any noise. It doesn't like do them all in a row. I've tested that in the past, so I just don't know. Oh, they got bases loaded. When I just saw Jeffrey said Seattle, please hit a grand slam. I didn't realize they have bases loaded. 1 out still here in the top of 7. Wow. 9-3, it could get ugly. Well, I guess even uglier. All right, so here is who we got in the last one. We're just gonna do some GIs, get these guys diamond and put in the lineup, and then we're gonna go from there. So the only ones we need a GI today, we're gonna GI Folk and Hendricks. And then I believe we're going to Black Diamond these 2 because Hendricks is the best closing pitcher you can get ability-wise for the White Sox. And Folk, if I'm pronouncing his name right, is the best bullpen guy you can get from this, even better than Hendricks. So those are the best bullpen guys. We can't get, I guess we could technically get some Supreme bullpen guys as well, but we don't have a single special bullpen player yet. So we're going to be GIing those guys. Garrett, I can technically GI, but he's a 1 overall better than McDowell, who's already a diamond. So we're going to hold off until we see what we're looking like after this pack opening and stuff in terms of Supremes. But we still have plenty of GIs, so we could just do that as well. But we're going to be GIing these 2 right here. And then I think we're going to black diamond these for sure. Lopez, I think we're going to hold off because he's solid, but we can get better guys in the bullpen, and we're going to be open to Supreme. So we're going to GI and black diamond these two guys tonight. Do some GRA set tickets and stuff, and then we're going to get in the packs. So, Folky. Emmanuel Wood, I appreciate that. Folky. He was a little bit before my time, and I can't say that I keep up with the White Sox as much. All right, let's see. Grade increase ticket. We need to do one, I believe, intermediate grade increase ticket. Yes, Hendricks is a silver. Let's get him up to a gold. We'll be able to go. All right, went up to a 49 max. You get 50 on gold, but really what matters right here is GI. So we got a bunch of overall AM tickets and a couple grade increase reset tickets. Let's see if we get cheese tonight or not. So let's start with Folky. We're going to make him a diamond first, and we'll do Hendricks next. So let's see. What do you guys think the GI is going to be on him? I'm going to say it's going to be a 66. That's my guess right here, but let's see. Our newest diamond team Sig. A 61. We were one off of the lowest you can get on a diamond, which is 60. All right, so the good thing is it's pretty much only up from here. I guess technically we could go down to 60, but I think our chances are better to go up than down. So I guess that's the only bright side I could find out, but what a way to start. Good. All right, Hendricks, can we do a little bit better than that? I'm gonna say he gets a 68 right here. Saw some 70s. You guys were being way too generous. Okay. So 61 on Folk, which Aces said, Jay, you pronounced it right. It's not Folky or Falky. It's just Folk. He played for the 04 Sox, bro. Y'all, you guys got to realize when 04, I was 3 years old. I can't say that I was keeping up with baseball at that age. So it was really still before my time. I'd say once I started getting elementary school, I started to keep up with it more and start to understand it more. That's still before my time. But yes, I thought I pronounced that right, but I could see where it could go the other way, I guess. All right, so we will use an overall amp on Hendricks since we have so many, but we'll wait until we see what we do with Folk right here. Let's see. Grade increase. We're definitely using this since it's so low. I don't care if it goes lower, because if it goes lower, then it has to go up. So 61. This is going to be a 69 right here, and then we're going to use probably an overall amp. Plus 11 on a grade increase reset ticket. Thank you. He matches what we did on the GI with Hendricks. So we got Hendricks and Folk at 72 right here. And we saved a couple of GI reset tickets. Okay. A couple of overall amps. Let's see if we can get them to 75 using one apiece. Beautiful right there. All right, so we got trolled, but one GI reset ticket takes the troll right back. All right, come on. 75 right here, baby. Yep, I was old one. I was 01, Vinicus. What's up, by the way? MD, what's up? All right. You know what? I can't complain. We got 11, plus 11 from a GRE certificate. It's just, man, the overall amp, only given one. Come on, man. Come on. We can do better than that. We can do better than that. Guys, JayFish told me he's 40 plus. You must have been talking to my doppelganger or something. Oh, man. All right, Hendricks, come on. Hendricks is getting 75 right here. Come on, baby. We're positivity tonight. Spoke it into existence, baby. Hendricks making life easy. One overall amp and he's maxed. That's what I'm talking about. Reed, what's up, by the way? Coupon will be given out the end, Andres. Joshua, what's up, by the way? All right, so we have 8 overall amp tickets. Let's just get Folk to 75. Can we just do it right here? If we have to use 3 overall amp tickets to go from 72 to 75, that's actually gonna be kind of funny. Let's see. Do we go to 74 or 75 right here? Come on, buddy. Come on. It's gonna be a 74. I knew it, man. I didn't want to speak it, but like I just had that gut feeling. He's resource hungry, everybody. Well, since he's 74, we might as well get him to 75. I was hoping we could do it right now. Kind of a waste, but, you know, we'll get more before the next time we do this, so. Dang it, man. Had to be that way. Took 3 overall amps. I knew it. All right, well, he's finally done. Let's go. Easy money. I guess technically not on him, but okay. Let's go ahead and do some Black Diamond upgrades on these guys, and then I think that's all. We'll be doing upgrades tonight, and then we're gonna open up the packs, and then we'll do upgrades, probably upgrade session in the next stream 2 weeks from now. So let's get these guys Black Diamond. We will work on them in the next stream, and then we'll go from there. All right, 160 Black Diamond pieces. Newest Black Diamond Team Sig right here. 1 like off of 150 guys to get the bonus coupon. Can we hit it? You guys are awesome. You guys haven't liked, we'd highly appreciate that. And the Mariners took a 10-3 lead with bases loaded. They got 1 run in right there. Are the Blue Jays going to be able to get 7 back here in the next 3 innings while they bat? Let's find out. All right, Black Diamond right there and Hendricks. These are obviously no-brainers right here. Literally the top 2 highest bullpen guys you can get for White Sox decks. So. Beautiful card. All right. And are these guys locked? That's the only other thing I need to check before I end up getting it. And it looks like we hit that goal. You guys are awesome. 15 minutes left. How many more likes can we get over 150, guys? If you guys have not liked, we would highly appreciate that. Let's see. And no, they are not locked. We need to lock them up. I didn't lock them up last time. I'm flirting with fire right there. All right, they're all locked now, and we're good to go. Okay. Now that we're done with that, are we ready to get into some packs? And first things first, we need to take out the Supremes to do some Supreme combos at the end. Which Jeter's a dupe, Puckett's a dupe, and Puckett's a dupe. And then we have Jeter. We'll get 1 back. So we're only going to be able to do 1 Supreme combo tonight, but we'll at least be able to show the feature off. So, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's hold on to the gold and just do all silvers tonight. Doesn't really make a difference. We already have Jeter, and then Puckett's already lined up as a diamond. So, all right, get those 3 out. We'll do that combo here at the end. Let's do this thing, baby. Telling your girlfriend you're flirting with fire again. Oh. Well, the good thing is she's not my girlfriend anymore. Not even my fiance. Got the wifey. But yeah, don't please, aces. Don't, come on. Come on. Don't put me on the couch tonight. Don't put me in the doghouse, okay? All right, let's see. We're gonna start with vintage packs. You guys are ready for packs? The pack opening, get some hashtag. Let's get hashtag Ken Griffey Jr. in the chat because that's who we're going with tonight. That's who we want to get. Ken Griffey Jr. in the chat if you guys are ready to try and get him tonight from these packs. All right, we got 40 on the dot. We have pulled a legend 4 or 5 times on this account already from these packs, from a vintage pack, in 6 or 7 months with this account. So almost once a month we pulled a legend from these premium vintage packs, which is kind of crazy to think about it. Or we're gonna do it again here tonight. Let's see, let's see. First 10, let's go. All right, all silvers here, nothing to start. I kind of hope we don't because I feel like that's going to take our luck away from the Supreme pack tonight in the combos and stuff. So I'm really hoping we don't actually. Unless it's Griffey. If it's Griffey, that's awesome. All right, no orange glow, just the gold. Okay, halfway through, halfway through. All right, all normals. Only got 10 left. It's not looking like it today. All right, no legend from vintage packs again. I think that's back-to-back times we've opened these up in back-to-back months without a legend. Last time I think was August. We're cooling off a little bit. But I'm hoping that luck goes to legend pack, getting Griffey or Supreme pack tonight. Frank Thomas, that might be a good sign though. That might be a good sign. I would love that Supreme as well on the White Sox deck, even though I really don't have to get a Supreme because he already adds to the deck as a Sig. All right, let's go ahead and do the vintage packs. We got 3 of these, technically better chance, but don't tell me. Okay, so we get a diamond from an ultimate vintage pack, but not a legend. Making me think of back in the days when AKs pulled a diamond legend from, I believe, an ultimate vintage pack. back on New Year's. Was it 2022 or I think it was 2022. We did a New Year's pack opening and AKs did that. Not here today. Not here today. Who it's gonna be? All right, Hiller right there. Obviously a beautiful card. All right. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to say the Legend pack for last? Do we want to say the Supreme pack for last? What do we want to do? How do we want to do this? We also have the Supreme combo. These are the last 3 packs we have. So we have 3 chances at Griffey. Either a Legend or the new Supreme one. How do we want to do this, guys? I guess it doesn't matter if we do this combo or pack first. Because, I mean, they both have the same set of 75 players you can get from in the Legend pack. Do Legend last. Bonafide, what's up, by the way? 3P, I honestly don't know, but I've always been told that Ultimate technically has a little bit better chance than normal vintage. I don't know. JayFish should choose combo pack than the Legend. Save Supreme for last. Open them now. All right, K-Cow, I think that's right. Because we can now get Ken Griffey from a Supreme pack, instead of saving the Legend pack for last, I would rather have a Supreme Griffey than a Legend Griffey. So because of that, we'll do Legend pack. We'll do Supreme pack, and then we'll finish off and show the new combo feature. Since it doesn't matter what we get, it's still going to give us the same chance from 75 players. So let's just do that. I think the Legend pack will open first because it's not as high value. As it used to be, I should say. So let's start with the Legend pack. All right, so we obviously got a Legend. Orange Glow, we were guaranteed from the donation event. And Aces said Ultimate has a 3% Legend chance while Premium Vintage is 0.25 to 0.025. I knew there was a difference, but I never actually knew what the actual difference was. Thank you, Aces. I've always known that since I've started playing the game, but I never knew what it was. All right, Griffey. I would love your Legend card, but I will say now that a Supreme is in here, if it's not Griffey, I'm not going to be as upset because I would rather have Supreme Griffey because that would be more useful than a Legend. Because as a Legend, he would probably just be used as a better scam guy on the bench. But let's go ahead and flip this thing. We're just gonna do Look Strat on this one. We're just gonna do we'll do Look Strat on the combo. Let's go left for Griffey. All right, first one, 3, 2, 1. Can we finally get Griffey tonight? I would still take Legend. All right, we got Seaver. This is actually a great card. It's actually, I think, one of the best Legend starting pitchers you can get in the game at a 76 base. So I'm actually not upset about this. Tom Seaver, I believe he also has a Supreme now in the game as well. So if we pulled a Supreme, I would take that over the Legend. Not Griffey, so, but it's still one of the best ones. It's a beautiful card. One of the highest base you can get. This back in the day was like the main guy I wanted. But you know what? I'll take it. All right. It's still a chance for Griffey right here. First time opening the new all Supreme player packs, or the first, whichever one you open, in the new set of 75. Let's do this thing. Come on, baby. They now have Supreme Griffey. Yo, look at this card. Since we've been talking about him and he's a new in the game, let's go to, come on. Come on now. Come on. The card's beautiful, man. I've been waiting for this day. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we went left. We're going to go right now. And then if we don't get him here, we're doing Look Strat on the combo, okay? Here we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Imagine the first Supreme pack gives us the new Supreme Griffey on the first try. Come on, baby. Come on. It's not Griffey, but that is... Thank you. You guys know that the bullpen is what we've been needing. The first Supreme we pull from the new way and system gives us a closing pitcher. Raleigh fingers right here. Used to only have a Legend card. I have never pulled a bullpen Legend card in my life. I had some Supreme bullpen guys on the Angels deck, through the way it used to work in the past. I actually, if it wasn't Griffey, I wanted a bullpen guy, and we just got it right there. May not be Griffey, but that is a huge W, baby. I cannot complain for the bullpen at all. Look at this card. Look at this card. Beautiful. Because, I mean, can our rotation get better with Supremes? 100%. But we literally have a 74 base Wood, Satchel Paige Supreme, 74 base Sale, Team Sig. McDowell's a 71, but we could place for Crochet. That's still great. And then Giolito's what, a 73? We have all like the top White Sox Team Sig starting pitchers. So what do we need help with? We have 3 bullpen guys we got from the last pack opening. Team Sigs and Hendricks, Folk, and then who was the other one? Another diamond one. So that's 3 right there. Now we get Raleigh. We got 4 of the 7 in 2 streams in the bullpen, just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and lock him up for sure. Come on, baby. We'll be working on him most likely for sure in the next stream. We're not done yet. It's time to show off the new Supreme Combo feature that just got added. Come on, baby. We got Dupe, Jeter twice, and a Kirby Puckett from the last Supremes that we opened up. 3,000 stars, first time showing this off. Imagine we get Fingers a start, and we finish off with Griffey on the last one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, so it doesn't actually show the card in there. It does what I think it does with the Legends now. So back in the day, it used to just show your Legend card, but I believe when you pull a Legend from a combo now, since they changed it, it shows it like this. That kind of threw me off for a second, but I forgot. It shows it like a card now. All right. So I kind of teased you guys there. I forgot it doesn't show right away. Here we go. Come on, baby. Griffey, we've been trying for almost 3 years now since he came in the game as a cover athlete. Can today finally be the day? 3, 2, 1. I'm speechless. What are the chances that both Supremes we pull are bullpen guys when that's been our biggest need and what we've been talking about the past 2 streams? It's not Griffey. Would have loved for it to be Griffey. Would have added him to the squad on heartbeat. But this is the next best thing. We get Fingers and then we get Suter. And Suter is technically, I think, even a little bit better. We didn't get Griffey, but literally that's about as good as this pack opening could have gone. We now have one. Okay, let's look at this. We have Fingers, Suter. We have Lopez going in, still pretty solid at 66 base. Folk, 71 base, highest bullpen guy I think for the White Sox. And then Hendricks, 70, second highest I think. We went from having no one in the bullpen last month, literally a month ago today, to now having 5 of the 7 done in 2 pack openings. I can't complain. If we weren't getting Griffey, that's what we wanted. Beautiful. All we need now batting wise is a catcher, and then it's just filling out the bench. Y'all, W's in the chat right there. We'll still be going for Ken Griffey, obviously. The quest continues, but I will take that all day. All day. And that's a great way to wrap the stream up. It's 7:58, and it's time to give out the coupon codes. What a way to finish off right there. Beautiful. Garrett, I'm not sure yet. The only thing is he's only one overall better than McDowell. So I don't know what I want to do with him yet, but that's beautiful. And then Seaver was one of the best Legend starting pitchers you can get. Just don't know how useful that's going to be right now. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're going to lock these guys. I already locked them. Okay. Did I lock Suter? Okay, lock you up. Cool. So we know who we're working on in the next stream. These guys will for sure be getting GI'd in Black Diamond. And then we'll be working on these guys and then working on our other guys as well, depending on how long it takes to get sets on them, if we even do get sets with our premium skill change tickets and stuff. But beautiful. All right, coupon code going in the chat. So we have the premium vintage pack. That is the normal coupon code sent out for everyone. And then we also hit the like goal of 150 likes to get the bonus coupon of 2 League Ball recharge tickets. And that's going to be going in the chat as well. You guys are awesome. If you guys are on Apple, iPhones, those types of devices, You can only use the link that's going to the chat. That version, it takes you to a browser. Click on the OK in that browser. It takes you back to your game. Go to your inbox. You'll see the items there. If you guys are on Android, you can either use the link or do the in-game version, which I'm going to show you guys right here. And we had 255 votes on the poll today for who do you think will win tonight between the Dodgers and Brewers here in Game 1 of the NLCS. Out of over 250 votes, 69% said the Dodgers and 31% said the Brewers. We will know next week / next stream 2 weeks from now who ended up winning Game 1, but also the NLCS, and then who's in the World Series by the next time we stream. So a lot will change between now and the next stream. Awesome stuff right there. Thanks to everyone who liked, voted, and watched the stream, hung out with us today. You guys are awesome. Let's show this off. So if you go to if you go up here, if you're on Android devices, you can click on the gold event, that baseball up there. Scroll down, you'll see enter coupon code. Click on that. Click on the coupon exchange shop banner right here. And then you'll type in the end of those links that are in the chat. So for the normal coupon code, it's MLB 9I October OCT. No, that's not how you do 2025. There you go. Click use coupon. I've already tested it on this account to make sure it works, so it's already been used, but it should say it's been redeemed. And then for the bonus coupon code, that'll be 9I OCT for October 2025 bonus. Use coupon code, already been used because we already tested it before the stream. It'll say it's been redeemed if it worked. Again, go to your inbox and you should see those items right there. We had a check-in event right there, premium player pack, but that's how you can collect them. All right, y'all. That's going to pretty much do it. Can you ask MLB Rivals and Innings to add Kangaroo Jr., the Reds player? So, Innings already has the Reds player as a SIG. Supremes are only going to go with one team, but they added the team set deck no matter what the card art shows. So, they just did the Mariners because that's his more, I guess, historic, more than the Reds, which does make sense. But his SIG is already in the game for the Reds. I don't know why his Red SIG is not in the Rivals one. I would love for them to add it. It's all due to licensing, though. So, two things: 332 Chance Maker on Candelario, Dom and Untouchable Chapman Prime 3-3. Nice, Dante. I'm loving seeing your deck come together, my man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Is Seattle going to sweep Toronto? I mean, it's possible, man. They've looked great this series here to start. Yep, all you got to do is request. All you got to do is request. We will get rid of teams below 100 overall. First come, first serve, 100 overall or more. Dodger Blue. All right, that does it. You guys are awesome. Like I said, thank you guys for hitting the like goal. If you guys haven't liked, subscribed already, we highly appreciate it. We'll be back 2 weeks from now on this channel with another 9i stream at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Monday. And then next week, we'll be back on the Rivals channel on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. You guys have a great rest of your night. Stay safe. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.